San Francisco is not a large city by land area, but its influence is unusually big. Officially called the City and County of San Francisco, it is both a city and a county in one compact government. In 2025, its population is estimated at 826,079, making it the fourth most populous city in California and the 17th most populous in the United States. But those rankings do not capture its real weight. Among large American cities, San Francisco ranks near the top for per capita income, population density, and total economic output. It is a place where geography, wealth, culture, technology, and politics collide in a very small space. The wider metropolitan area holds about 4.6 million people, while the larger combined region stretching through San Jose, San Francisco, and Oakland has around 9.2 million. So when people talk about San Francisco, they are often talking about more than one city. They are talking about the symbolic capital of the Bay Area. Long before skyscrapers, cable cars, and bridges, the San Francisco Peninsula was home to the Yelamu Ohlone people. Their communities lived around the bay's rich natural environment, relying on waterways, plants, wildlife, and seasonal patterns that shaped daily life. The region's location at the entrance to a vast natural harbor made it strategically important, though that importance would be understood very differently after European colonization. On June 29, 1776, settlers from New Spain established the Presidio of San Francisco at the Golden Gate. A few miles away, they founded Mission San Francisco de Asís, both named for Francis of Assisi. These Spanish institutions became the foundation of the colonial settlement. The Presidio served military purposes, while the mission became part of a broader system that transformed indigenous life, land use, religion, and power across California. San Francisco's origin story is therefore not just one of settlement, but of displacement and profound cultural change. San Francisco's transformation from a remote settlement into a major city accelerated during the California Gold Rush. In 1849, thousands of fortune seekers flooded into the region, turning San Francisco into the largest city on the West Coast at the time. Its location was crucial. Ships arrived through the Golden Gate carrying miners, merchants, supplies, and dreams of sudden wealth. Even people who never found gold could make money by serving the people who were looking for it. Banks, warehouses, saloons, boarding houses, and shipping firms grew rapidly. The city became a gateway to the goldfields and a commercial hub for the Pacific. This sudden expansion also created chaos, crowded streets, speculative fortunes, fires, crime, and unstable infrastructure. But the gold rush permanently changed San Francisco's role. It was no longer just a settlement at the edge of empire. It became a boomtown, a port, and the economic anchor of a new American West. In 1856, San Francisco became a consolidated city-county, a rare arrangement that still shapes how it is governed today. This means the city and county share the same boundaries and local government, unlike many regions where a city sits inside a larger county. The arrangement reflects San Francisco's compact and distinctive identity. Its geography also helped define it. Surrounded on three sides by water, the city grew dense rather than sprawling endlessly outward. Hills shaped neighborhoods, transportation, and architecture. The limited land made real estate valuable and encouraged a layered urban form: residential blocks, commercial corridors, port facilities, and later financial towers all pressed into a small peninsula. This density is part of what makes the city feel intense. San Francisco can seem like a collection of villages, each with its own personality, yet all compressed into one urban landscape. Its city-county status reinforces that sense of being a self-contained world. The most dramatic rupture in San Francisco's modern history came in 1906. A massive earthquake struck the city, and the fires that followed destroyed roughly three-quarters of it. Entire neighborhoods burned. Infrastructure collapsed. Tens of thousands were displaced. For many cities, devastation on that scale could have meant long-term decline. San Francisco instead rebuilt with remarkable speed. The recovery was not only physical, it was also symbolic. The city wanted to prove that it remained the great metropolis of the Pacific Coast. Just 9 years later, it hosted the Panama Pacific International Exposition in 1915. The event celebrated both the opening of the Panama Canal and San Francisco's own rebirth. It presented the city as modern, resilient, and globally connected. That rebuilding spirit became part of San Francisco's identity. The city is often associated with reinvention, and the aftermath of 1906 is one of the clearest examples of that pattern. During World War II, San Francisco became a major port of embarkation for naval service members heading to the Pacific Theater. Its harbor, shipyards, logistics networks, and West Coast location made it a crucial military gateway. The war brought people from across the country into the region, and the post-war years changed the city's social fabric. Returning servicemen, new migrants, and immigrants helped create a more diverse and dynamic urban culture. San Francisco also became associated with shifting attitudes about art, politics, sexuality, and personal freedom. In the 1950s, the beatnik scene challenged conventional American culture through poetry, jazz, and alternative lifestyles. By the 1960s, the hippie counterculture and the Summer of Love turned the city into a global symbol of youth rebellion. Opposition to the Vietnam War, the sexual revolution, and new social movements all converged here. San Francisco became not only a city, but a stage for cultural transformation. One of San Francisco's most enduring identities is its role as a center of liberal activism. The city's political culture was shaped by many forces: immigration, labor organizing, anti-war movements, LGBTQ communities, artists, students, and people seeking a place to live outside mainstream expectations. The gay rights movement became especially important to San Francisco's national image. Neighborhoods such as the Castro developed as visible centers of LGBTQ life and political organizing. The city became a place where struggles over identity, equality, public health, housing, and civil rights played out in highly visible ways. This activist reputation is not just about slogans or stereotypes. It grew from real communities building institutions, fighting discrimination, and demanding recognition. San Francisco's politics can be contentious, but that conflict reflects a deeper pattern. The city has often been a testing ground for arguments that later become national conversations. Economically, San Francisco punches far above its size. The wider Bay Area is one of the most productive large urban regions in the United States and the world. In 2024, the Bay Area's GDP reached about $1.332 trillion, larger than the economies of all but a small number of countries. San Francisco itself had a GDP of about $268 billion and an exceptionally high GDP per capita of around $324,000. Several industries drive this output: technology, finance, healthcare, insurance, real estate, and professional services. The city benefits from leading universities, specialized talent, venture capital networks, and proximity to Silicon Valley. Its economy is not simply about offices and apps. It is an ecosystem where engineers, researchers, investors, designers, lawyers, doctors, and founders interact. That ecosystem has produced enormous wealth, but also intense pressure on housing, inequality, and the cost of everyday life. San Francisco is home to many influential companies, especially in technology and digital platforms. Salesforce, Uber, Airbnb, OpenAI, Chime, Anthropic, Databricks, Dropbox, and Lyft are all associated with the city, alongside iconic retail names such as Levi's and Gap. These companies reflect different phases of the modern economy. Some are tied to cloud software and enterprise services. Others reshaped transportation, travel, artificial intelligence, data, payments, or work itself. Their presence shows how San Francisco became a magnet for businesses built on networks of users, code, capital, and talent. This has made the city a symbol of innovation, but also of disruption. New companies can create jobs and global influence, yet they can also transform neighborhoods, labor markets, and public policy debates. In San Francisco, the future often arrives early, but it rarely arrives quietly. The city's physical image is just as famous as its economy. San Francisco is known for steep rolling hills, dramatic views, fog, and an eclectic mix of architecture. Its neighborhoods feel distinct because they developed through different waves of immigration, class, commerce, and culture. Chinatown is one of the city's most recognizable districts and a historic center of Chinese American life. The Mission District carries deep Latino heritage alongside murals, food traditions, activism, and changing patterns of gentrification. Victorian houses, modern towers, waterfront buildings, and colorful commercial streets create a layered urban texture. The mild climate adds to the appeal, though the city's microclimates can make one neighborhood feel sunny while another is wrapped in cold fog. San Francisco's beauty is not only in individual landmarks. It is in the way hills, streets, houses, water, and weather combine into a cityscape that feels instantly identifiable. San Francisco's landmarks are central to its global identity. The Golden Gate Bridge is more than a transportation link, it is one of the most recognizable structures in the world, framing the entrance to the bay with engineering elegance and visual drama. Cable cars, originally developed to handle the city's steep hills, have become moving historic symbols. Alcatraz, the island prison in the bay, attracts visitors fascinated by crime, punishment, escape attempts, and its later occupation by Native American activists. These landmarks work because they connect story and setting. The bridge speaks to ambition and geography. The cable cars speak to adaptation and urban charm. Alcatraz speaks to isolation, authority, and protest. Together, they help explain why San Francisco feels cinematic. The city is not just a place people visit, it is a place they recognize before they arrive. Tourism remains a major part of San Francisco's identity and economy. In 2022, the city received more than 1.7 million international visitors and about 20 million domestic visitors. People come for landmarks, food, neighborhoods, museums, waterfront views, sports, and cultural institutions. The city is home to the Legion of Honor, the De Young Museum, the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art, the San Francisco Symphony, the San Francisco Ballet, the San Francisco Opera, the Jazz Center, and the California Academy of Sciences. It also has major educational institutions, including the University of California, San Francisco, the University of San Francisco, San Francisco State University, and the San Francisco Conservatory of Music. Sports add another layer, with the San Francisco Giants and the Golden State Warriors playing home games within the city. San Francisco's cultural strength comes from this density of institutions, creativity, and public life. San Francisco is also deeply connected to the wider region. San Francisco International Airport, or San Francisco Airport, is one of the world's busiest airports, linking the Bay Area to global business and tourism networks. Within the region, light rail, buses, BART, and Caltrain connect the city to surrounding communities, job centers, airports, and suburbs. These transportation systems matter because San Francisco's influence extends far beyond its city limits. Workers may live in Oakland, Daly City, San Mateo, San Jose, or farther away while participating in the same regional economy. The city's small size makes this regional web essential. San Francisco is a dense urban core inside a much larger Bay Area machine. Its past includes indigenous homelands, Spanish colonization, gold fever, disaster, rebuilding, war, activism, and technological reinvention. Its present is wealthy, creative, unequal, beautiful, and complicated. That is why San Francisco remains one of America's most studied and symbolic cities. If you found this helpful, please like this video and subscribe for more explainers.